Storm Track weather with meteorologist Christina Reese.
Good morning, Northeast Kansas. Thanks for waking up with us here on KSNT News. It's another warm start across the region this morning. Temperatures are a mix of 70s and 80s out there. It's 80 degrees on the dot for Manhattan as well as Junction City, 76 for Council Grove and Emporia, but you're waking up to 79 in Burlington right now. However, as you take a step out the door this morning, you once again will feel a bit of that stuffiness in the air, and that's all due to our dew point running in the 60s and low 70s. Makes for a humid and even slightly muggy start this morning. But the one plus side is that breezy south wind from yesterday that made that heat a little bit more tolerable stuck around during the night. Not quite as strong, but still enough to mix up the air nicely. Still out of the south, roughly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And we keep pretty much that range throughout the day, and it stays out of the south at 10 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds. Now throughout the course of the night tonight, those winds lighten up a little bit, but also notice the change in direction. We start to see more of a north and northwest wind return by tomorrow morning. That's due to our next cold front that's going to pass through, and it provides a little bit of relief behind that front. Until then, today, as we're ahead of that front, still hot and humid. Even for your lunchtime plans at noon today, we'll already be right around 90 degrees, if not a few degrees above that. High temperatures for today expected to max out in the mid to upper 90s for much of the region. But then we start to get that push of more cooler air, and you'll feel that difference even by tomorrow morning. This is close to daybreak. Notice some spots will wake up in the 60s, so we will gradually start to get more comfortable sleeping weather for tonight as well, and it will be much more of a struggle to even break into the low 90s for tomorrow. A good portion of the region will actually max out in the 80s, and that goes along with some lower humidity as well. But again, this is tomorrow, so we still have to brace for the heat and humidity for today. Heat index values could still range between 100 and 110 degrees at times today, and that's why that excessive heat warning as well as the heat advisory will still be in effect. Both are set to expire at 7 o'clock this evening, though. A quick check of satellite and radar shows we are dry this morning, but contending with a fair amount of cloud cover to filter some of the sunshine this morning. This is all branching from showers and storms that fired up nearby, but as a line tried to push its way into central Kansas, notice how much it fizzled out. So we're really not looking at rain chances for this morning. Later on today, though, that's a different story. So let's break this all down for you with Future Track. Now, as we progress throughout the morning, I think more sunshine will gradually start to break through some of that cloud cover. But as we turn our attention to late this afternoon into the evening, that's when that front, as it starts to push through, could serve as a trigger for an isolated shower or storm chance initially. But as we get later into the evening and overnight hours, this becomes more so of a widespread chance of scattered showers and storms lingering on into the start of tomorrow morning. But as the morning progresses tomorrow, that rain chance starts to taper off and the cloud cover will start to follow suit as well. But for this afternoon and evening especially, some of those storms could be strong to severe. That's why much of the region is under the slight risk. The better storm chances lie up to the north in places like Omaha, but we still can contend with some storms that could pack a bit of a punch later on today. Main threats we're looking at will be the possibility of damaging wind gusts as well as the chance for some hail. But again, for today, still hot and humid ahead of that rain that could provide some relief from the heat. Widespread 90s with heat index values above that triple-digit mark at times once again for today. A look at your KSNT Storm Track 7-day forecast again shows the rain chances wrap up mainly tomorrow morning. Cooler and less humid. Not the biggest difference, but it's a break from the heat at least. Most spots topping out in the 80s with lower humidity. However, it's short-lived. Starting on Monday, not only do we dry things out and turn mostly sunny once again, but the heat and humidity will start to creep right back in. Looking ahead to your 4th of July plans on Wednesday, temperatures get back into the 90s, but heat index values once again could surpass that triple-digit mark.